Our next story has nothing to do with Scotland in Europe or Scotland in Arkansas. It has to do with a treasure that the people of this state may not know that they have. Or if they do, they may not know that it could be lost. It's located in Little Rock's War Memorial Park.
A carousel is a most magical and mystical creature. Although its journey is circuitous, there is nothing that can take the imagination further. Childhood returns, as palpable and ethereal as cotton candy. Here at War Memorial Park Midway, a Little Rock landmark, sits the last of a dying breed, a Herschel Spielman Carousel. Herschel and Spielman were amusement ride manufacturers who earned a reputation around the turn of the century for producing transportable carousels. Carousels that traveled the Midway Circuit, which is how Over the Jumps came to this location, the site of the Arkansas State Fair until 1924, when the city of Little Rock acquired the land for a municipal park and the carousel remained. What makes this carousel unique is not only the reputation of its manufacturer, but the fact that it is one of only 4 of its type ever produced, and the only one remaining. Many carousels have been disassembled, individual horses sold to private collectors. Over the Jumps has all 40 of the original hand-carved wooden horses from the 1920s, each distinctive and poised to jump, resting atop a caterpillar motion mechanism. It is so unique that it was placed on the National Register for Historic Places in 1989 as a functional yet creative art form and mechanical system, a working relic from the golden age of the carousel, 1875 to 1935. Despite its uniqueness, historic significance, and intrinsic value, the fate of Over the Jumps is questionable at best. In fact, the fate of the entire Midway is speculative. The city of Little Rock has plans, part of which are underway. The old Fair Park swimming pool is being replaced with a fitness complex. Bill Button, Assistant Director, Parks and Recreation, City of Little Rock.
The park itself is overburdened with too many facilities. There's not enough walks, there's not enough open space. It's our premier metropolitan park that people know the park system by. And one of the problems is its image. It needs a better image. And
the City of Little Rock wants the new image to include the carousel, as does its owner, Lloyd Choate. Choate, whose carny name is Moki, has operated the amusement park for 7 years under a lease with the city. They own the land, he owns the equipment. The crux of the problem is Moki's lease is expiring, and the shelter over the carousel is falling apart. The city desires a more permanent solution to both problems. Include the carousel and possibly some of the other rides in a new facility that is compatible with the fitness center. But none of this can be done without money, and city governments don't distribute money without feasibility studies. The cost for this study is around $40,000. Advertisement and promotion for the city of Little Rock provided $20,000. It was up to the city board to allocate the rest.
I think that the city needs to proceed with the feasibility study.
Ken Story, director of the Arkansas Historic Preservation Program, the agency responsible for Over the Jumps being placed on the National Register, felt so strongly about the carousel that he went before the board in April.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to approve this resolution. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
It doesn't surprise me that people don't know about the carousel that much. People don't appreciate what it is. That it's more than just another ride, another Midway attraction. I think that one of the things that we try to do and what our office tries to do is to raise consciousness about such things and to encourage people to appreciate what they've got and to just understand and appreciate the background of and the history of what they have and how little of this kind of thing is left.
In May, the 3-month study began. First, to determine if the rides would be compatible with the new Fair Park image, but more importantly, if some method could be developed, such as a one-gate admission fee that would generate enough revenue to support the cost of operating and maintaining a theme park.
What it needs a nice building with a big loud Calio playing, with that big Calio music, and it'll pay for itself in nothing flat. If I get the money, I'm going to go ahead along with whatever they want to do on the carousel. If they don't come up with the money, then we might take an option to sell it. So it would break my heart for it to have to leave, and be sold. So I'm going to do everything I can in my power to keep it. It is a part of Little Rock, and I don't think Little Rock ought to let it go.
It's not feasible, then what that tells us as park officials is that we need to go ahead and plan on phasing out the amusement park, and that would include the carousel. If it says it's feasible, then what it would outline is some funding strategies or opportunities that we would pursue, because we don't want to use tax money for this. We'd like to have it feasible to where we can get investors or sell revenue bonds or some other funding package to develop a nice theme park without tax dollars being spent.
But for now, the carousel waits. Not for its ultimate destiny. Carousels are impervious to fate. Over the Jumps waits for its weekly journey to begin. With or without you, it will travel to the land of whimsy and magic and memories. Not a bad place to be on a Sunday afternoon.